In the ancient world, legends are often born from desperate journeys and audacious ambition. Our story begins on the sun-drenched coast of North Africa, around 814 BC. Here, a princess named Dido, a refugee from the distant Phoenician city of Tyre, sought not just sanctuary, but a new destiny. Driven from her homeland, she arrived with a vision. To forge a new power, a beacon of her people, she approached a local chieftain, proposing a deal for land. Her request, deceptively simple, as much as an ox hide can cover. But Dido was no ordinary princess. With a stroke of unparalleled cunning, she meticulously cut the ox hide into impossibly fine strips, stretching them to encircle an entire, vast hill, the very hill that would become known as Byrsa. From this single brilliant act of defiance and ingenuity, a magnificent new city rose, a testament to a queen's will. This was the birth of Carthage, the seed of a future Phoenician trading empire, and a formidable rival destined to challenge the might of Rome itself. London, 1605. A city on edge, a kingdom held in the grip of religious tension. Beneath the very heart of power, in the shadowed cellars of Parliament, a deadly plot was brewing. A group of desperate Catholic conspirators, driven by faith and fury, conceived an audacious plan to shatter the foundations of the English state. Their weapon? Barrels and barrels of gunpowder, hidden in a meticulously prepared cellar, ready to ignite and engulf King James I and his Parliament in a fiery inferno. But as fate would have it, a chilling anonymous letter, delivered with fateful timing, exposed their treason. The plot was foiled, and the man found guarding the explosive cache, Guy Fawkes, became an instant symbol of this near catastrophe. And so, a chilling warning echoes through the centuries. Remember the 5th of November. Imagine a universe not empty, but filled with an invisible, all-pervading substance. Scientists of the late 19th century called it ether, the mysterious medium through which light itself was thought to travel. If this ether truly existed, then as the Earth hurtled through space, it should create a detectable ether wind. In Cleveland in 1887, two brilliant minds, Albert Michelson and Edward Morley, embarked on a groundbreaking experiment. Their goal was audacious, to precisely measure this supposed ether wind. They built an ingenious device, an interferometer, designed to detect even the slightest shift in the speed of light. The expectation was clear, a measurable difference. But what they found was utterly astonishing. Nothing, absolutely zero. Their experiment, so meticulously designed, revealed no ether wind whatsoever. It was a discovery that shook the foundations of physics, a profound null result that would ultimately pave the way for Einstein's theory of relativity and spark a revolution in our understanding of space and time. For centuries, the Roman Empire was a crucible of power, and for those who dared to follow a new faith, it was a crucible of persecution. But in the year 313 AD, something extraordinary shifted. Legend tells of Emperor Constantine, on the eve of a pivotal battle, seeing a divine sign in the sky, a cross, and the words, "In this sign you shall conquer." He won the Battle of Milvian Bridge, and with his co-emperor Licinius, he issued a decree that would echo through eternity, the Edict of Milan. This wasn't just a policy change, it was a radical declaration of religious toleration, granting freedom to all faiths, and critically, ending the brutal persecution of Christians. Suddenly, churches could flourish openly, laying the groundwork for the great empire of Byzantium, and forever changing the religious landscape of the world. Sound of distant musket fire and cheering. Across the Emerald Isle, a fire ignited. In 1798, the United Irishmen, inspired by the revolutions sweeping America and France, rose up against centuries of British rule. What began as a plea for reform, fueled by deep-seated grievances and religious persecution, exploded into a bloody rebellion. Thousands took to the hills, a desperate gamble for a free Ireland. The initial fervor was met with brutal reprisal. The Battle of Vinegar Hill saw desperate rebels, ill-equipped and outnumbered, fall before the might of the crown. Yet, even in defeat, their courage echoed. Though the rebellion was crushed, its ideals of liberty and equality would not be silenced, forever etching the year 1798 into the heart of Ireland's long and tumultuous struggle for nationhood. The year is 31 BC. Rome, a titan teetering on the brink, was locked in a brutal civil war, its future hanging by a thread. On one side stood Octavian, Julius Caesar's heir, a man of iron will. Against him, the charismatic Mark Antony, a Roman general seduced by the allure of the East, and his powerful ally Cleopatra, the Queen of Egypt. Two colossal fleets, bristling with men and ambition, converged off the coast of Actium, Greece. This was no mere skirmish. This was the battle that would decide the destiny of an empire. Then, a moment that stunned the world. Cleopatra's ships, the very heart of Antony's strength, inexplicably broke formation and fled. In a move that would forever stain his legend, Antony abandoned his men and followed his queen, leaving his fleet to face Octavian alone. The ensuing victory for Octavian was absolute, a crushing blow that signaled the death knell of the Roman Republic and the dawn of a new imperial age. Imagine a world at its zenith, the Bronze Age glittering with advanced civilizations, mighty empires reaching across the Mediterranean. Then, without warning, shadows emerged from the horizon. Around 1200 BCE, a tempest of unknown origin, the so-called Sea Peoples, descended. They were a mystery, appearing from the vast blue, their ships carrying a destructive force that shattered established powers. The mighty Hittites crumbled. The palaces of the Mycenaeans burned. Even the formidable might of Egypt was pushed to the brink, a desperate struggle for survival. After their whirlwind of pillage and destruction, they vanished as suddenly as they appeared, leaving behind a shattered world and ushering in a period of profound darkness, the memory of their true origins, lost to the ages. It was March 1781, a quiet spring evening in Bath, England. But for one man, the night sky was about to erupt with revelation. William Herschel, a musician by trade but an astronomer by passion, was meticulously scanning the heavens with his homemade telescope. Then he saw it, not a star, its light steady and unwavering, and not a comet, its appearance too distinct. Instead, a celestial body exhibiting a slow, deliberate movement, unlike anything he'd observed before. His calculations, a painstaking process of verification, confirmed the impossible. It wasn't a star, it wasn't a comet, it was a planet, a new world, orbiting the sun far beyond the known reaches of Saturn, a discovery that shattered existing cosmic maps and forever expanded our understanding of the solar system. This was the first planet ever found using a telescope, a testament to human curiosity and ingenuity, and a profound moment that redefined our place in the universe.